clearly there's a talking point around, I think, more the communication rather than the game being called off. Obviously games get called off, weather stops play, etc., etc. But given that the first we heard of it was that there was a pitch inspection at 11, and now we understand there are actually pitch inspections at 9 and 10. I think a few people have said, had that been communicated earlier that there was pitch inspections that early, then we may have had second thoughts about travelling. Because I don't know what the exact percentage is, but generally when there's a pitch inspection, there's a good chance the game is going to be off. Have you got any thoughts on that, AJ?
Yeah, I think transparency would have been nice. I don't know why they had these earlier pitch inspections where, Kieran McKenna was present, wasn't he, at those, and John Mousinho was as well, and why they were going under the radar. I suppose that from both clubs' perspectives, they know that if they announce early doors there's a pitch inspection and then the game goes ahead, there's a good chance that you'll have a fair few hundred fans potentially who decide, pitch inspection, I won't bother if it goes ahead. I'll just watch it on TV or whatever other means I have to watch the game, anything like that. So I suppose that there's that aspect, but again, it feels like fans have been shafted, to be honest. I suppose that on the flip side, we avoided a Hull situation. I don't know if you heard about what happened at Hull yesterday, where they were due to host Watford, and that game got called off because of unsafe warming up conditions, basically about 15 minutes before kickoff. That would have been worse, I think. But it feels like the approach to it was wrong. I can't really go too much further without having seen the actual pitch. I've seen no photos of the pitch. I don't know. To me, and again, the referee has to play a big part in this as well. It feels a little bit jumping the gun. I don't know how bad it would have been. The frost covers were on, but by the time that I was potting around Guildford Station, it was coming up to 2-3 degrees. And I think that other teams around Portsmouth, I've heard that even local non-league teams have managed to get games on. I know the standards are going to be higher in the Championship, but there's 2 clubs in the division who had games called off. One was Sheffield United, which is really bad from them. But it felt like, given everything around Portsmouth, could they have done more? There's different arguments for it, given the absentees they had as well, let's just say.
Yeah, from kind of looking into it, it sounds like the south stand there casts a shadow over a part of the pitch, which means that then obviously doesn't thaw out or thaws out a lot slower than other parts. And as it turns out, that was the issue, wasn't it? There was parts of the pitch that were unplayable.